People have always kept themselves quite busy, struggling for this and struggling for that in this world. And overcoming struggle has become quite entertaining for most of the people. And what they seem to enjoy much more at times is to struggle to overcome their struggling. Struggle to try and eliminate struggle has become the hobby of almost every person in this live world. Life and living is really simple, quite easy, but people prefer to complicate it and make every day another day of struggling. I believe that struggling has become a must for everyone, and whenever things are going smoothly, they get quite nervous and tense and fearful, and at times quite embarrassed or ashamed of having things going good for them. So they bring the good ways to a stop as quickly as possible and replace them with something to worry about. Or they reach out for something they think they can't have, or they reach out for someone, or some way to get back into the usual ways of struggling. I have had the experience many times of having people complain apologetically of having no problems. Oh, nothing to complain about, I guess, is the universal answer given in answer to the question, how are things going with you? To be happy, healthy, or prosperous either brings failure to achieve or creates the difficult. Success becomes possible in any way of life that interests you if you will eliminate mental struggling. Success without trying is the way to achieve, accomplish, and receive whatsoever good you may have desire for. If you can believe in the power of the Father, it's a big if you can believe in the powers of the Father, if you can believe that the Father will make your life easy to live in, it can be accomplished. To accomplish this, you must direct the good, easy way of life into existence for yourself. At first, it will require wakefulness on your part. You will, from force of habit, begin to struggle, or to see whatsoever in the most difficult ways, or see failure ahead, or disappointment ahead, or trouble up ahead. Or you may see problems for you to solve. When you become aware of yourself going in the old ways, decide right on the spot that the trouble can and will eliminate itself. Whatever it may be will be very easy, and that you will receive the good that you desire. Or if it happens to be a problem, it will be solved easily and quickly. This must be done without struggle, of course. Struggling to overcome a struggle is not the way to get whatsoever good you may want. So help yourself to the wonderful way of living by eliminating mental struggling. Stop walking uphill. Life can be an even plane where there is no climbing necessary, no reason whatsoever for struggling, no need for battling or for conflict of any kind or degree of same. Life, your life that is, can be absolutely free of burdens of any description, if you will believe that it can be free of all burdens. Life, your life that is the way you make it by your own personal choice. Why choose to struggle through it? Why not choose the simple, easy, and comfortable way of life for yourself? That it is possible by believing that it can be, and in this way you will be choosing the best life for yourself to live in. no struggle to choose to live in the best ways of life either. Just let yourself believe that it will be brought about just for you. If you will seriously believe that the good you like will manifest itself into you, into yourself, and into your ways of living your life. And you can go to sleep on it, in a sense, and your life will begin to change for the good, all by itself. You can eliminate the wakefulness that was mentioned before. Just let it happen by itself, without any assistance from you at all. The good life in all ways will happen for you like a magic trick. The real magic of being alive in the Father will show itself to you without any effort from you whatsoever. Be successful without trying yourself is the way to let the Father do the work necessary to bring about all of the good ways of life into your life. Trying is struggling, so remove struggle, remove trying by merely believing the good for yourself is possible. Believing that good in all ways is impossible is the reason why people try and why most people struggle. So begin your better way of life right now by deciding to believe that you can experience the better life. Believe that every good you want will come about for you to enjoy. If you should decide to live in the happy, healthy, and prosperous way, everything that happens during the day will be things that will make and keep you happy. Illness in others will come and go, but you will enjoy good health in all of the ways without giving it a thought. And others can be rich or poor, but you will prosper in all the ways you have always wanted without giving it a second thought. All of the good you have wanted and all of the good you will want as you travel through your future will be brought forth for you to enjoy while you are semi-unconscious of how it all happens, while you sleep, so to speak, or while you take it easy in the Father. The Father will be doing His work to bring everything good into your life and living that you have desire for. Imagine how burden and struggle-free your life will be when you trust the Father within you. Whatsoever good you may want, you will know that you will receive it without concern of any kind. No struggle, no doubts, no wavering in yourself, no worry or fretting whether or not you are going to receive. You'll just know without giving it a thought one way or the other. That's right. Listen to this. Without giving it a thought one way or the other. Well, you won't even think of it, either in doubt or trust. You won't even think of it in mistrust or in trust. You won't think about it at all in any way. You'll just know that you are going to achieve, accomplish, or receive the good a desire for without even thinking of believing or thinking of knowing. You'll just take for granted without even thinking of taking it for granted. As you decide to experience the desire for the good, it will happen as you desire. Even your decisions will become accomplished without effort. In fact, there will be times when thinking or the saying of words will not be necessary. Saying the words, I would like to have this or that, or thinking the desire silently within yourself will be quite unnecessary, because the this or that you have desire for will just be brought about for you automatically. I know this may seem at this point of your life to be amazing and out of the ordinary, but it truly isn't at all. This is the way we could have had the good life if we had not listened to those who told us that struggle and trying were necessary. It is truly that people have lived as long as they have, overlooking the easy and comfortable way to live in happiness, good health, and prosperity. Why, you have lived in days that have been happy days, when things happened in right ways to please you. Everyone you worked with, or associated with, or lived with, were all compatible and agreeable in the good ways, and you got along with your work and with others, and you felt good, happy, and prosperous, possibly met a friend you hadn't heard of or from in years, maybe got a raise in salary, heard good news almost everywhere. Restaurants had the menu you preferred. The theater had just the seats left that you liked the best. In fact, everything was pleasant, and everyone was a pleasure to be with. Yes, it was a fine day. You have had one or more of them, and you probably said, "This is my day." Everything is just wonderful today. Hate to see it come to an end. And this is where you made your mistake, since you have experienced only a few days when everything was in your favor. You thought that it had to come to an end. But every day of your life can be wonderful, full of pleasures for you to enjoy. You can have every day be the day just for you. You can have every day be just like the ones that seem to be the days just for you, your day of wonders. Imagine every day of your life being like the few days when everything seemed to go just right. Well, every day can be wonderful, packed to overflowing with happiness, good health, and prosperity, if you will decide to believe that they can be and that they will be. Every day will be made just for you in all of the ways you like, simply because you will believe that they can and that they will be. A long time ago, a great man told us that whatsoever we believe is done for us or unto us. Let's decide right now to believe that the all good you have always wanted and the good that you will want in the future will be done for you or unto you. The Great One was absolutely correct. Let's believe that which he said was really so, without a struggle, without a doubt, without wavering at all in our minds. Let's accept instead of the usual reject. Let's consent to the good by believing that we can experience it in every way that we have a desire for. Decide now, this minute, and begin the Father's work to bring about the all-good life just for you. The Father will make this day just for you if you believe that he will. This day can be wonderful if you want it to be. This day will be made good just for you if you believe that it will be. However, I must call your attention to the importance of having good for yourself sessions with the Father within you. And also, the most important of all is in the way yourself during the good for yourself sessions. Be sure to keep this uppermost in your consciousness, that you are the director of the Father and all of his power. So for this reason, during your sessions with him, it is you that must tell him what you want in the form of a decision. By all means, know yourself as an honorable and deserving son or daughter of the Father, and act like it. Never at any time lower yourself to praying or asking for favors. Never at any time think of yourself as a sinner or a poor little old soul who has to beg for a little good in your life. Always think of yourself as an honorable and deserving son or daughter of the Father who has the right to be here and the right to achieve, accomplish, and or to receive whatsoever good you may have a desire for. At no time ask for favors. If it is information you may desire, ask and you will receive it. But otherwise than information, tell the Father what you expect to have. or what you are going to be like, or what you are going to accomplish, or what you are going to achieve, or whatever you expect of others to be, like, or do, or whatever you wish to experience of good, in no uncertain terms. Decide whatsoever it may be that you need to keep or make you happy, healthy, and prosperous. You can talk it over with him, of course. This can be great for yourself. Tell him how things are, good or bad, right and wrong, and when things are not going right to suit yourself, and when you are cleared up within yourself, then tell him what you prefer instead of whatever you do not. Talking things over with him will do you a lot of good, will get you straightened out if you need it, or it will help you to get the right or the correct end result settled in yourself before you make the decision. If you are interested in the way to live in the good life, as explained before, you will have to decide on having it happen, and the only way to accomplish this is to have sessions with the Father. Have a good talking things over session, then tell him what you want, desire, or need to give you the happiness, health, and prosperity you have desire for. And after a number of good for yourself sessions, the Father will get the idea of what you like best and what you wish to experience. And he will put your good on an automatic basis for you. At least it will seem to you to be automatic, probably much more like magic. But it can be accomplished if you will get serious concerning this and hold as many sessions with the Father that may be necessary for you to live in the all good ways of life automatically, without effort on your part, just like magic, as I said. You have to make the first move, though. So do it now. Hold your first good for yourself session now. It will be the beginning. Like I said, you may need a number of sessions before you'll get the good life on a steady, automatic basis, so do not hesitate. This is your life, and you have a right to the best that life has to offer. The good life is available for all of those who will decide to live in it. To a much more clear way is that, as on this last lesson, the automatic good life, I bring out the idea of telling the Father and not asking unless it's information you want. Why, of course, you can ask, but to tell him. Now, telling the Father is not the way it may sound to some people. You do not have to sit down in a certain place, and you do not have to stand in a certain place, and you do not have to get on your knees or have or maintain or invent some particular way of holding your body at that time. Now, you do not have to say, "Dear Father," or you do not have to say, "Listen to me, Father." You see, the Father power is listening all the time, every minute, and we are having sessions with the Father every day, meaning a 24-hour session with the Father. Now, I am bringing up a special session to your consciousness. After you have had a few things go wrong in the morning, or something doesn't work right or so, or you are happy over something, I think it's a good idea for you to take a little bit of time out, standing or sitting, and just kind of quiet yourself down a little bit, and you just talk to yourself. Now, this yourself is yourself, and this other self is also yourself. So you would be talking to yourself, and you would just say, "Well, now things didn't go right at about 8:30. Joe came in, and he acted kind of funny. This has got to stop. Joe's going to have a better attitude, especially when he's here at the office. And now there was something that really happened that really made me very happy, and you tell yourself about that. This is a recognition rather than a telling in this case, and you are automatically making a decision to continue good things like this. So telling the Father to move a mountain is to say, move the mountain. And you can just say in your own mind that you want that mountain to be removed, but you do not have to pretend to be talking to something. You are making up your mind, and as you make up your mind or reach your conclusive decision, the Father is listening anyway, and he picks this up and goes about his work as soon as you get it off your mind. So it's not a case of trying to locate him. He is there all the time. You're living in, and he is living in. So the two of you are in with each other, and you are the guiding light, so to speak. You are the one that makes the decisions. The Father has nothing to do about your decisions. He has no control over it. He has nothing whatsoever, and if you ask him, it's the silliest thing in the world, because he can't give you a damn thing until you decide to have it. And when you have something happen in your life that you don't like, it can be caused by other people, but it couldn't really be brought into your life too well unless at one time or another you had been interested in things coming into your life that you didn't like. So the Father power, you might say, interprets all the things that comes into your mind that you might pick up from other people, or you pick up from a condition, or you pick up from a letter, or a piece of woodwork, or a box, or what have you, or your desk that might be in front of you or behind you, and you pick up these ideas from them, and all of the ideas do not enter your consciousness, only the ones that you at one time or another have shown some kind of an interest in. And if it happens to be something that might cause you to be fearful, you may have been interested in that 10 years back and did not cancel that particular one. So now then, the Father will give you this, if it's transmitted to you, he will give you this at this present time, but that's only because you were interested at one time or another. So whatever you are interested in, be careful, much more careful than you have been. Get interested in the best life possible, and it's up to you to make these decisions. Now, there's something else I'd like to bring your attention to. The only